Southern Baptists, what they call evangelists, they used to travel around and they used to have the oils with them. You would know them because everybody called them bootleg and thought they was the fakers. They didn't know they was the ones with the real shit. They was the ones carrying the real juju bag with them. So I'm gonna give y'all some book references in a minute. Voting ain't look, every vote except for your mayor. Anything higher than a mayor is rigged. If you can, if you elect a senator, state senator, or state congressman, that shit fixed. If you electing a mayor or a governor, that shit fixed. If you electing a president, that shit fixed. If you sending motherfuckers to Washington and sending all that shit fixed. They picked. All y'all voting, y'all just going down there masturbating, y'all jacking off. It feel good, ain't producing shit. Making you feel like you part of your oppressor's system. That's all it's for. Voting is, you ain't elected, nobody ain't elected no president because we in an interim government. You cannot elect the president, and the popular people cannot elect the president under a interim government. The president always has to be appointed. But the trick is they had us believing that the people were significant in the voting process. Therefore, if we participate in the voting process, we can break the tyranny. You cannot vote your way out from under this shit. Voodoo. Fuck a vote. Fuck going to the ballot. Go to that lady with that juju bag. Fuck that shit. That voting ain't doing nothing. That's jacking off. That's masturbation. That's sociological masturbation. They ain't producing nothing. That's what, look, all of the people that made us promises in the black community for our vote, ain't nobody ever gave us shit they promised. Not one of them motherfuckers. So we still voting for motherfuckers and don't nobody honor us? You a goddamn fool. You want this vote, motherfucker, you better do something for it. Jump through a goddamn hoop or something, but it's too late. Y'all couldn't do right when y'all had the steering wheel. Get out the fucking car. That's all we got to say about that. Yep, social constructs. Hey, Jimmy, you saying so many questions. I'm scrolling through the comments. Start for more content in the questions. Yeah, DC supposed to be changed over already from the corporate body politic that it was back to the people. Off of a presidential order, but I can't confirm that yet. Yeah, Trump keep pointing at the Bible because what he's telling you is what's finna happen is biblical proportions. Like, so the Bible give us a narrative on two different angles, to the left and the right, of motherland and the fatherland. We don't know what it's talking about because we think the Bible is a religious book. The Bible is not a religious book. But anyway, just imagine this is some shit of biblical proportions. Is like saying that it's a megalithic, it's big, it's giant, it's large. It's what's finna happen. It's finna be earth-shakingly awesome, is what he's trying to tell y'all. That's why he keep pointing to the Bible. He's telling you that he's getting his information from a divine source, because y'all understand the Bible to represent a divine source. You got to use what you're familiar with in order to give you a subliminal message. So when he pointing to the Bible, he don't mean the Bible is but according to what you believe, or the country as a collective, majority of them Christian, believe the Bible is the holiest book written. I don't know how you think it's the word of God. The motherfucker don't float. It don't flap no wings or nothing. It don't fly. It don't do shit but sit there like all my other books. I got novels sitting next to it that don't none of them do shit. So it wasn't making more of the word of God than motherfucking this motherfucker right here. This the word of God. That's Frantz Fanon right there. Toward the African Revolution. That's the word. This that juju conjure shit they don't want you to study. It's in here, but it's coded. Only on the country gonna know that we talking to each other. You know? Yeah, here. I had to answer this shit. I had to answer all of these claims in the first chapter, State of Emergency, by Jawanza Kunjufu. Now, he got an Arabic name, but he's a Christian. Go figure that shit. But look, what this brother tell y'all. In the first chapter, State of Emergency. Look, see that? First one. If 1 in every 3 white males were involved in the penal system, white America would declare a state of emergency. Niggas ain't did that shit to I just heard one sister, look, 2 days ago, yesterday, she said, we in a state of emergency. So she the first one declared state of emergency for us. Look, if 80% of white children in special education classes were male, white America would declare a state of emergency. If there were 3 white females for every 1 white male on a college campus, white America would declare a state of emergency. All of this shit going on in our community, but we want to all of a sudden get mad over one brother getting killed, but we don't want to do nothing about all the ones we killing. We don't want to do nothing about none of the babies getting kidnapped. Shit, I would have rather told some shit up about the babies than about this grown motherfucker that hung out with the motherfucker. He probably owed that nigga some money. That's probably what he got killed about. In the end, y'all probably gonna find out he owed that motherfucker $300 for a football bet or some dumbass shit like that. And motherfuckers gonna be like, man, we actually went out there and tore shit up, and this motherfucker died because he owed this nigga for a football bet. Some dumbass shit like that. If white America had the life expectancy of an African American male of 65 years, white America would declare a state of emergency. By the way, white women have a life expectancy of 79 years. If 1 in every 12 white males in Washington, D.C. were a victim of homicide, white America would declare a state of emergency. Damn, I mean, what is you... And all of a sudden, y'all want to get mad. This ain't no new shit. If it was some new shit, it would make sense to me. But y'all falling for the same cyclic, redundant, repeat. Police kill one nigga, we go and tear a bunch of shit up. Police beat up a nigga, we go tear. But in the middle of each one of them police killings, we killing thousands of each other that look like us. White people kill more white people than any other ethnic group. Black people kill more black people than any other ethnic group. Hispanics kill more Hispanics than any other ethnic group. It's just because that's who you buy. You don't know, this is an invisible man syndrome. You feel like a motherfucker slap you upside your head, you don't know who it is. It got to be this nigga sitting right here. He the only motherfucker I see. I'm killing this nigga. He ain't got nothing to do with it. He in the same position as you because he getting slapped upside his head by the same invisible man. Look, if 31% of white males in Alabama and Florida were permanently disenfranchised, white America would declare a state of emergency. If 14% of white males nationwide were temporarily disenfranchised, white America would declare a state of emergency. Now, what do they mean disenfranchised? First of all, a franchise means that you are a subsection of a corporation, an umbrella corporation. So that means that they not letting y'all play in their corporate games. So you got 31% of African American males in Alabama and Florida can't play in this corporate game that your Social Security card say you're supposed to be able to play. Then you got 14% that's only temporarily sidelined from the game. They in the penalty box. But you motherfuckers not realizing we fought. Civil rights was the fight to get oppressed. It was when we was doing our own shit and we came in contact with them motherfuckers, they treated us bad. But when we went home, all love. Now, when we go home, treat like they treat us. Somewhere y'all gotta wake up. If AIDS was the #1 killer of white males, white America would declare a state of emergency. They about to do that because that's about where the trend is moving with the HIV virus. If whites were 13% of the population but comprised 35% of drug arrests, 55% of drug convictions, and 74% of drug prisoners, white America would declare a state of emergency. Boy, but you niggas only gonna get mad because you gotta have what they call a control case. What do a control case mean? That means that's the case they need to control your dumb ass. So then, look, if whites comprise 17% of drivers on the Maryland State Highway, but 70% of drivers stopped by the police, white America would declare a state of emergency. So come on, this is not new. If it was new, it would make sense. You got a whole book about the state of fucking emergency in the community, and the book was written. It's a Chicago, Illinois publisher, by the way. African American Images. In 2001, that's 19 years ago. Sacred Seal, by the way. That's 19 years ago this book was written. Look at it. Jawanza Kunjufu, State of Emergency. We must save African American males. I mean, I don't want, save the babies. These grown ass motherfuckers with their head in their ass can just go on and chop that motherfucker on off. Get him out the way. Save these babies. They deserve it. All of us, we done already did the dirt. We got this shit fucked up for them now. Where we at? Yeah, look. First of all, if they call you a coon, tell them motherfuckers thank you. So we think coon is a negative connotation because they used to call us coon. It's a tribal designation for an indigenous tribe from this land, the coons. They was a subset of the Iroquois nation related to black activity is where they learned the Babylonian money magic, where they learned how to use the paper for tracers to monitor the energy as they kept the energy low with blood rights and pain rights. That's it. One second. Slow computer. I want y'all to see the symbolism on the cover. Once y'all see the symbolism on the cover, yeah, go back to the book of Genesis, Denny, where they first mentioned him. Because Gad, when you look it up in Strong's, mean the troop. And that's why she named him that, because she seen the troop of soldiers coming. Man, this thing is getting on my nerves. Just slow running. Too much stuff open up here. Maybe come up this time. Got some more. I'll close some of them tabs out. No. Houston, we got lift off. The symbols is what give them away. Because once you learn how to read these symbols, you won't be deceived no more. Come on. Get it to run faster. So Set is Lord Set because EN means Lord. So it's Set in, but the EN should be first in English. It should be Lord Set, but the Semitic is right to left, so it's Set in, which is Lord Set. And that's who is the rule in the dark, in the Kali Yuga. That's who was ruling. I can't get these to come up, so I'm done with the video. I was just going over, touching on this God thing, because people keep bringing up God. They don't even know they're talking about, in the system, they talking about one of the tribes of the so-called fake Israelites. Yeah. Maybe if I close all of them out, it'll come in. Here. Now look at these symbols. You see? The same symbolism. That's Anubis and Set. No Horus. Keep that in mind. Right? Look at the 5-point star inverted. That's upside down. That's putting the man in place of a woman. That's not when it's upside down like that, it's the symbol of Baphomet as a masculine. But on this symbol right here is supposed to be the right side up. This one is telling you that somebody has been replaced. Because, first of all, this is supposed to be Horus and Anubis. Whenever you see them, that's who's always together. But remember, Set was the imposter who stole the throne. Set was the supplanter, the one who supplanted the throne, remember? And Anubis is indifferent. Whoever is sitting on the throne, his loyalty is to the throne, not to the person sitting on it. And because he had the royal blood and he was sitting on the throne, he's not going to oppose him. Right? So I wanted y'all to see the symbolism. You see both of them got an aunt. So this is your Satan, is your Lord Set. Right? And your satanic Jews are your Khazarian, Sephardi Ashkenazi Zionists who have a agenda to control the financial aspect of humanity in order to use humanity as their slaves. And they also control the educational system. That's why you go to school. A school is a Yiddish word, which is a Hebrew European fusion language, because the Europeans couldn't speak the natural Hebrew.